Hello, my fabulous Scrappy friends. It is Jess here from the Scrappy Sisters, and thank you for joining me for a Kitaholic Kits design team layout. So for this layout, as you can see, I took that gorgeous sort of chevron print pink coral type paper. I cut it into squares. 2-inch squares, I believe they are. I was just counting. 2-inch squares, and distressed all the edges, and then I put it back together on my page. Now, they are not back in the exact places that they would be to make up a 4x12 by 12. I didn't really care too much if they got mixed and meddled up when I was distressing the edges. I've literally just stuck them back together in anywhere. They still look really cool anyway. So then I went through the ephemera pack and I pulled out all the little houses and all the little trees. I love these houses. They are the cutest things. The only houses I haven't pulled out are the black and white ones. I will use those on a different layout. But I've got all the wood grain, all the gold, and I've got these amazing ones here in the color that are like a little street. I just love them with the cafe and the grocery shop and the house. Oh, so cute. So as you can see, I'm kind of making a bit of a rainbow feel with them. Having the sort of the color flow as you go, but I'm also popping in the bits of gold and all of that. But like even that sort of tall bird's house there, it needs to go up this end because of the dark blue roof. I kind of want to still have that color flow happening. Now that I'm basically happy with the way that's been designed, it is time to start gluing it on. Now, what you will miss, because I didn't want to make this video about 16 hours long, is the process of gluing all of this on. So essentially I pop the main coloured houses up on foam. Anything that is then overlapping with that main coloured house, it also needs to be popped up on foam. But anything that I'm tucking in and behind, it is just getting stuck straight down to the page. So once I lay this out for good, for sure, which I will do in about 20 more seconds, I'm just going to skip ahead and have it all glued on. Just because that process is a little bit of a long one, because I fiddled around with this so much. As you know, that this is the second time you're kind of watching me piece it out as it is. I just wanted to make sure I could get all of those gold and wood grain houses into the flow, and I wasn't going to end up leaving too many out because I just wanted to have it all organized before I started to glue. You guys know me well enough by now that I do like to have my layouts well planned out and fairly perfect in my mind before I get going. Otherwise, I lose my flow, and when I just kind of wing it, my layouts tend to kind of lose their focus, and I don't like the end result as much. So I like to plan everything out as best I can. And hence you can see here that one little cluster there near that dark blue house is really getting me. I can't quite get the bird's house to fit in with one or two of the other little mini houses as well. And so I keep moving and changing and fiddling around up there just to fix that corner. And if I had have already started gluing, that would be a disaster, because of course you can't change it once you've already started to glue it on. But I just love the feel of this rainbow effect with the streets. And of course I just decided I'd throw those little birds in because I think they felt like they were at home there on that page with the trees and everything like that. So just popping all that together. I didn't mention, but I also did build that little cluster around near the photograph just while I was having a play as well. So we have skipped ahead. Everything is glued. There are things up on foam, but there are also things stuck directly to the page. So as I mentioned before, if they're tucked under, they're glued directly to the page. If they are on top or touching the coloured houses, then they are all up on foam, because the coloured houses themselves are up on foam. And of course, you'll see that much better at the end in the close-up photographs. So I added my title, Best Ever Mothers Group. So this is my original mothers group from when Jack was born. So we obviously got together 5 years ago now. Our kids are all about 5, which is just incredible. Can't believe I have a 5-year-old. And we just decided one of the girls is moving back to Norway, and we absolutely could not let her leave without celebrating. So Christmas, her leaving, just everything rolled into one, was this photo. And we didn't think anyone would be able to come. It started off literally being like the two of us at home, and then one person would message like, oh, I've just got the kids to bed. Can I come? We're like, yeah, come. And I think the last person arrived at like 11 p.m. She's like, I've just got my kids to bed. Are you guys still going? We're like, yes, come. And she looked at her husband and said, I'm going out. And her husband's like, what? It's 11 p.m. at night. She's like, I don't care. We have not had everyone together in so long. I am going out. And it was just amazing to have so many of them arrive. We were a group of 12, so to have half of the representatives there was just incredible. So anyway, the layout is finished. I love how this came together. It was so simple and yet so effective. Obviously, it took a little bit of time getting that flow right, but once I had that houses rainbow down, the rest just piece itself together in no time. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful scrappy week.